What's up, guys? I just uploaded Rules of Nature, and that was a beast of a session. I would have uploaded that yesterday, but I was stuck on the Rules of Nature part, you know, the iconic Rules of Nature. That kicked my ass. I love the song. I'm happy to get it done. It was super fun. I want to go over the session with the people that are interested in that. So if you're not into Pro Tools, plugins, and all that, you can leave, or you can stay if you want. Anyway, I had a ton of fun with this track. Let's open the session up. I wanted to do this one because this is the one that the track that after I heard all the soundtrack, I said, "Oh man, I wish I would have had that one." But in retrospect, that track was difficult. I might have got sent home if I were to try to do that. The original vocalist had a huge set of balls, so it was just an amazing original performance. It was really tough to live up to that. I just try to give my own spin on it. I appreciate the comments so far on Instagram, on YouTube, and I love you guys, and it keeps me going. If you want me to sing more of these songs, I will keep doing it. Just give me the support I need. It helps because I don't want to feel like I'm just doing this for nothing, but I'm having fun. So this track kicked my butt, man. Really, really tough. It was really fun, though. Okay, so as before, we have our master fader. We have the instrumental here. We have the track reference here with the original vocals. I set all the vocals to this vocal bus with the FG Gray, the SS, I believe it's the SSL clone, and I used the clipper just to use it as a limiter. I used the Murder Melodies. I set all the important tracks to this for a blend in to widen things. I did the final mixing on the Slate VSX. For those that don't know, Slate VSX is amazing. You can preview your mix in any of these virtual mixing rooms. It includes a SUV, an electric car, a Steven Slate's mixing room. You can also hear it in the club if you're an EDM musician and you want to hear how your mix translates in the club. A tiny little boombox. The only thing that I wish that Steven Slate included was the iPod phones, the iPhone speakers, and the buds. I don't know why he didn't include those. If you're listening, Steven Slate, add the phones, because I know that a lot of people listen to demos and stuff like that through the iPhone speakers. And that is a must because people are listening to that. And laptop to add. Anyway, so this one was pretty simple. I didn't need to do a lot of overlap tracking. This one just basically has a lead vocal, a lead double. I do my basic one band pass to lower all this, to remove all the stuff below. I actually put it pretty high. This is higher, up to 400 hertz. I don't normally do it this high, but on the mixes on Slate, not on Slate, on the Metal Gear soundtrack, what Maniac Agenda did, the vocals are really, really high passed, like really high, to almost where like they're all radio affected. I don't normally do that, but I just wanted to fit in, so I high passed the shit out of everything. And then I used my favorite Howard Benson vocal plugin, and this one I used the Multiply with Effects, the Howard Benson Multiply with Effects preset. The only thing you need to do with this one is you need to make sure that you do the input until it hits the yellow and sometimes red, and then adjust this to taste. And I adjusted the echo and space. to have a shit ton of echo, and I think I left the space to be by itself. And then my most abused plugin is the Dyne 3 compressor / limiter, the average stock plugin. I love this preset, the radio preset. I will always use it. It sounds amazing. This plugin is very underrated. It is ridiculously fast. I think the only reason that's why it's overlooked is because it doesn't add color, but it's so surgical. This is like the dental drill of compressing plugins. So I also had a trim for some automation. I sent it to the Murder Melodies for widening. I did sort of the same thing for the lead vocal double. For the chorus lead, I added parts that were really gritty because people like my gritty stuff. And that's kind of my signature thing. So I add grit. My signature is like I add grit where it's really unnecessary. And so the fine, like tightrope balancing act that I do, I try to add grit without sounding like Chad Kroeger from Nickelback, and without sounding like anyway, I try not to sound like a yowler. I try not to sound like Chad. I just try to add a little bit of grit without sounding too dated, because sometimes you have to really be careful with your grit. These days, the way to add grit is through a different technique. You have to listen to a lot of like newer bands right now, like Bring Me the Horizon and some other bands that I'm trying to think of, but they use a lot of like hardcore shouting and different sort of things, where the earlier guys like use a lot of chesting. Anyways, I'll move along. So the harmonies are really basic. They're just one band EQs, Howard Benson vocals, and just the basic Howard Benson vocal channel. No reverb, no delay. Same thing here, all sent to widening. My high vocals sent to the same thing, not much. My second harmonies, this is my third part harmony. There's actually 3-part harmonies on one part of the song. I actually added on 2 parts of the song. And then, so there's Fry Scream elements, like alive. And then No Choice, which is like more of a hardcore shouting. So the alive and hardcore shouting, I put it on the same track just because I'm lazy, and they kind of worked after I mixed it in. I added it in low growl. It wasn't there. It's like I'm not doing it right now because my throat's very fucked up, but you can. Oh, wait. It's sent to vocal bus. Vocal bus. Why isn't things playing? Okay, this is strange. Vocals. Man, I swear, like, this happens all the time. Why is it not playing? Ay, 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 what am I doing? Oh. Okay, so I think it's working now. All right, so I just had my routing. I had my routing situation all wrong. So I'm gonna play just the like I did last time. Let's just hear all the vocals by themselves. So much reverb and delay. Be
being tracked by a starving beast, looks for its daily feast. A predator on the verge of death, close to its last breath. Getting close to its last breath. Wolves of nature! And they run when the sun comes up, with their lives on the line. Alive for all life. No choice. Gotta follow the laws of the wild. Alive with their lives on the line. No choice. Out here only the strong survive.
I should have tuned up some of the vocals. But
What's done is done. Survive to see another day. The game of life, the hunter and
I did tune some of the vocals just because it had to be.
which of them will succeed? Strong or weak?
I will never lie about tuning vocals because it's a dumb thing to lie about. I wanted to add a little bit of death metal.
Wolves of nature! Wolves of nature!
All right, so that's just the vocals. So that rules of nature part, you know, like when you're playing the game and that first comes in rules of nature. Well, that was the most intimidating part to do because, frankly, like people like that's more popular than the game itself, like that part. So I was just like, all right, I cannot fuck that up. So when it came to there, I tried a lot of things. So I tried just shouting rules of nature, and then I realized, okay, well, I'm not shouting it right because I was going rules of nature, and then I had to listen to the original, and I was like, okay, it's one thing is rules of nature, and then I did that, and then I was like, okay, it still didn't sound right, so I had to listen to it, and I noticed that the vocalist kind of went rules of nature, and so I tried that, and that didn't work. So what finally worked was realizing that the vocalist was just shooting for he was just shooting for that one note, and then him just being super intense, like finally like just accidentally raised him up tiny bit, and so it was just keeping that one note on a shout and trying your best and just using amazing amounts of volume and chesting and just thrashing your vocals. And so that's what finally got it to be the same. And, you know, I'm glad I was able to finally get something close. I don't even think I matched the intensity of it. The original vocalist like had 2 giant brass balls that he'd throw on the table, right? And they recorded it. Big old testicles. So I'm going to show you what I did. So what I did was, here's audio 1 through audio something. These are all rules of nature right here. And I doubled and I threw them up here too, just so they were on the lead tracks for clarity. But here's mine.
Wolves of nature!
So if you want to hear 1, 2, and so it's a lot of reverb, right? But that's the way to put it. That's how the gravy's made, man. So 3, 4, I pound them left and right. And by that time, I'm just dying. Like, because at that point, I stacked them all thinking like, yeah, it's going to sound just like it. Without the effects, didn't even sound close. So I needed to compress it. I needed to add a super lot of delay and compress it again to finally get something even close.
Wolves of nature! Wolves of nature! And they run when the sun comes up, with their lives on.
So that's it. This track was a lot of fun. And if any of you out there want these vocal files, the raw vocal files, so you don't have to like take this video or the original audio and like strip the vocals, whatever you want, I'll give you the raw vocal tracks. Just tell me, and you can do whatever you want with them. Just make more videos with my vocals on it. So you don't, if you have Pro Tools, I'll send you the Pro Tools session. I'll send you this session so you can have the actual things. So let me know. I'm happy to pass them out. I don't own this shit. All I do is have fun with it. So yeah, take it easy, guys. Until the next track.